Hello, sports fans, and welcome to Super Bowl 101, a very special Super Bowl edition of Scott Sports 101. And I'll be podcasting to you continuously today, leading up to kickoff of Super Bowl 55, which will begin at 6:30 this evening. We're going to relive some great Super Bowls, some great moments in Super Bowl history, great Super Bowl quarterbacks in Super Bowl history, and great players in Super Bowl history. We're gonna have trivia questions for you today. We're gonna talk about today's game. And before we get to our first segment, here is the first Super Bowl 101 trivia question. Who was the MVP of the very first Super Bowl? I'll have the answer later in this segment. In this first segment, we are going to take a look back at Super Bowl V, which was between the Baltimore Colts and the Dallas Cowboys. Excuse me. That was played on Sunday, January 17th, 1971. As you know, the Colts went on to win Super Bowl V, 16-13, over the Cowboys at Orange Bowl Stadium in Miami, Florida. Super Bowl V was the first Super Bowl played after the completion of the AFL-NFL merger. As per the merger agreement, all 26 AFL and NFL teams were divided into two conferences with 13 teams in each of them. The NFL's Colts, the Cleveland Browns, and the Pittsburgh Steelers agreed to join the 10 AFL teams to form the AFC, and the remaining 13 teams form the NFC. This explains why the Colts represented the NFL in Super Bowl III, but not the NFC for Super Bowl V. This game is sometimes called the Blender Bowl or the Stupor Bowl because it was filled with poor play, penalties, turnovers, and of officiating miscues. The teams committed a Super Bowl record 11 turnovers in the game, and the Colts' 7 turnovers are currently the most ever committed by a winning team in a Super Bowl. Dallas also set a Super Bowl record with 10 penalties, costing them 133 yards. Bubba Smith refused to wear his Super Bowl V ring because of the sloppy play. It was finally settled with seconds left when Colts rookie kicker Jim O'Brien kicked a 32-yard field goal in order to win the game. Baltimore had to overcome a 13-6 deficit at the half, losing their starting quarterback in the second quarter. It's also the only Super Bowl, in which the Most Valuable Player award was given to a member of a losing team. The Cowboys linebacker Chuck Hawley, who intercepted 2 passes, sacks, and tackles, were not yet recorded. It was the first time a quarterback didn't win the award. Hawley refused to accept the award because it was meaningless to him after his team lost. Now, talking a little bit about today's game, Tom Brady is a 6-time Super Bowl champion because he won 6 Super Bowls when he was quarterback for the New England Patriots. Brady would like to win his 7th Super Bowl title with his career and his first as a member of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, Chiefs head coach and quarterback Patrick Mahomes III have a golden opportunity to repeat as Super Bowl champions and win their 2nd Super Bowl title. That would be their 3rd in the Chiefs franchise history. Now, this is going to be one of those games I think it's going to come down to the wire. And a lot of media are saying that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to win, especially on 92.3 The Fan, WKRK, here in Cleveland, Ohio. Now, I gotta tell you, I think it's going to be close, but I am not going to give my Super Bowl pick a prediction just yet. I will give that before kickoff of the game, so you'll get a little bit later today on this continuous podcasts today. But the Chiefs have a golden opportunity, and but Tampa Bay is not going to go away quietly. And I really think, though, but in the end, that the Chiefs will come away with the victory, and I think they will get the win, even though they are playing in the in Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. Now, if you think about it, this is the Chiefs are back in the Super Bowl. This is their third time being in the Super Bowl in their franchise history, but their second time for Patrick Mahomes and for Andy Reid and for Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill. But one player that really never took off, but he did make some moves and made some great plays, was Clyde Helaire-Edwards. But I think he will play today in tonight's game between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs. So I really think this is going to be one of those games where it's going to come down to either a last-second touchdown or a last-second field goal. But I think the refs are going to have to make sure that's the right call when there's a, or if it's there's a penalty, or when a play gets challenged. But Tampa Bay is not going to go away quietly. Keep that in mind. You've got to keep that in mind. Tampa Bay will not go away quietly in this game. So keep that in mind. But I really think Mahomes and the Chiefs are really going to have to try and slow down Tom Brady and Tampa Bay's defense, because they've got one heck of a defense, and they have to try to slow down their offense and their offensive defensive front lines. They're going to really have to put the pressure on Tampa Bay today and Brady tonight. And now the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to have to really try to slow down Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City's offense and their defense as well. And they're going to have to try to slow down Kelce Hill and Clyde Helaire-Edwards. Now keep this in mind. Both teams are two of the best in the league, but Kansas City's offense has been a bit weak, but they've made some good plays. And I don't agree with I think it was Chris Fedor on 93 The Fan. I don't think Tampa Bay is going to get the win. I think it's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs. And right now, it is time to reveal the answer to the today's first Super Bowl trivia question. Who was the MVP of Super Bowl one, of the very first Super Bowl, excuse me? And if you said Bart Starr, you are correct. Bart Starr was MVP of the first two Super Bowls, regular season MVP in 1966, NFL Man of the Year, Professional Player of the Decade, and the first winner of the Brian White Award. Starr led the Green Bay Packers to 5 NFL titles and 2 Super Bowl wins. He later served as head coach of the Packers from 1975 to 1983. And I will have another Super Bowl trivia question coming up in the second segment. But now getting back to tonight's game, excuse me. I really feel that this is going to be one of those games where I think it's going to come down to that where players will be challenged, but it's going to come down to which team can hold out during the remainder of the game to really hold out and really make some big plays down the stretch in the fourth quarter. I really think that's what it's going to come down to. And you got to realize these two teams, it's going to be tight. It's going to be a tight game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. It's going to be really tight. So You really got to know this is going to be one of those games where anything can happen and the lead could seesaw back and forth. So just keep that in mind. So, but yes, but kickoff for Super Bowl 55 is at 6:30 p.m. on CBS. Well, that wraps up the first segment. Coming up in the second segment, I have another trivia question, and we will talk about and take a look back at Super Bowl 15. We will take a look back at, which was between the Oakland Raiders and the Philadelphia Eagles. And we'll take a look at that one when I come back for the second segment. So stay tuned for more Super Bowl 101.